Jeramy Carl Burt was born on June 18th, 1973, to parents Van and Cheryl Burt, and grew up in American Falls, Idaho. Growing up, Jeramy Burt's parents say their son was an energetic boy full of spirit. He was diagnosed with ADHD at a young age. His father, Van Burt, said that drove him to participate in many activities. He was pretty hyper all the time, Van said. He played football and ran track when he was in high school. After graduating high school, Jeramy channeled his physical energy and joined the US Navy. He served in the Gulf War from 1993 to 1999, travelling across the globe from the Persian Gulf to Australia to Japan. While in Japan, Jeramy met Rena. The couple married and later divorced. Shortly after the divorce, Jeramy then met Kim George. In 2003, the pair married and had a daughter. However, their marriage fell apart and they divorced during the same year. In 2007, Burt and his ex-wife remained good friends. In order to raise their daughter, they continued to live together at his father's house in Boise, Idaho. Burt owned and operated Integrity Roofing, a roofing contractor company in Idaho. On February the 10th, Burt and his daughter took a weekend trip to visit his mother in American Falls and family members in Pocatello. On February the 11th, Burt drove back home to Boise with his daughter. Around 10 p.m. he made a call to his ex-wife, who had flown out for a work conference in Las Vegas. Around 10:30 p.m., according to his father, Jeramy was going over to his friend's house to talk about hunting, one of his favourite activities. He asked his father to tuck Mackenzie into bed for him. Burt never arrived at his destination and has not been heard from again. On February the 13th, his ex-wife began receiving mysterious text messages sent from his cell phone. In these messages, he mentioned plans to leave his family and start a new life. They texted back and forth, and Kim quickly became suspicious that the text messages were not actually from him. He did not answer when she tried to phone him. On the 17th of February, his ex-wife filed a missing persons report with the Boise Police Department. An auto theft report was also filed when her vehicle, a red Mercury Cougar, was found to be missing. In May 2007, the red Mercury Cougar Burt had been driving at the time of his disappearance was found abandoned and burned in an extremely remote desert area in the Hawaii Desert in southwest Idaho. Authorities searched the car but found no evidence as to his whereabouts. The car was found in a desolate ravine where it would have been difficult terrain for the car to have been driven. Jeramy Carl Burt hired attorney Jeannie Braun to assist in the divorce proceedings involving his first wife Rena, which was finalised in May 2002. They began an affair around the time he separated from his second wife Kim George. Their relationship ended when Burt testified against her in front of a grand jury in 2004. Burt had secretly tape-recorded their conversations about illegal activity she was involved in. Braun pleaded guilty to forging a judge's signature on documents in a custody case, influencing a witness, and issuing a cheque without funds. Braun was sentenced to 1 year in jail. She was also disbarred from practicing law in the state of Idaho. Following Jeramy Carl's disappearance, Braun took a polygraph test, but authorities did not release her results. She denied her involvement in his disappearance and claimed they had no contact for months. Although no evidence has surfaced to connect the two cases, it's worth noting that Burt and Aaron Bernard had some mutual acquaintances. Bernard disappeared from Boise in 2004 and has never been located. Bernard was last seen in Boise, Idaho on December the 4th, 2004. He went to the McDonald's restaurant at Cole Road and Overland Road at 7 p.m. and left his young son with his child's mother. He was planning to see his son again the next morning, but never arrived. Bernard is a gun dealer and may frequent gun shows. He also had worked as a disc jockey in strip clubs and has been known to carry weapons. The day before he went missing, he told his mother he was thinking of getting a chauffeur's license and buying a limousine. Bernard had an outstanding warrant for his arrest for battery in Ada County, Idaho at the time of his disappearance, but police are not sure whether his disappearance has anything to do with it. Prior to the time he went missing, he was also fighting for custody of his son and had a falling out with his business partner. Bernard's family describe him as a dedicated father who would not have willingly abandoned his children. He also left behind his dog and cat without making arrangements for their care, which is uncharacteristic of his behaviour. There is no evidence of foul play in his case, but due to his lifestyle, his disappearance is considered suspicious. His case remains unsolved. On July the 4th, 2016, Burt's ex-wife, who had since remarried, died of an apparent suicide. Their daughter now lives in Boise, Idaho with her stepfather. The circumstances of Jeramy Carl Burt's disappearance remain unclear, and his case is currently classified as missing. His case still to this day remains unsolved.